On May 16th, 2023, Doc Rivers was fired as head coach of the pathetic Philadelphia 76ers after losing the Eastern Conference semifinals to the Boston Celtics. This had come after completely blowing the Eastern semis 2 years consecutively against the Hawks and the Bucks. Despite this, Doc chugged on and was able to sign a lucrative multi-million-dollar deal with ESPN, who blew up the beloved duo of Mark Jackson and Jeff Van Gundy to make space for a man who sounds like a ghoul from the Fallout series to call games alongside the exhilarating Doris Burke. After only 2 miserable months of uninsightful chub-killing input from Doc,
Average Joe's wins in a shocking upset.
I feel shocked.
He was somehow able to secure a position as head coach of the Milwaukee Bucks after first-year head coach Adrian Griffin, who he was advising at the time, mind you, was fired after a poor start despite having a dynamic duo of Giannis and Damian Lillard at his disposal. Doc, whose real name is Glenn by the way, went on to have a lower win percentage to close out the season than his predecessor, which culminated in a 4-2 drubbing in the first round as the young upstart Indiana Pacers gave them the boot in humiliating fashion. This was the most likely outcome predicted by all NBA fans when Doc was hired. Look at his playoff resume. He of course won a championship in 2007, but throughout his entire coaching career, he's only made the finals one other time. Yet, this man has been treated like a god his entire coaching career. It really makes me wonder, how? How does he keep doing this?
You can't keep getting away with it!
Somehow, with every fantastic failure, a new, even greater failure awaits him. He's like the US military choosing new Middle Eastern countries to invade for the next 2 decades. It is actually amazing to me that a man so incompetent at his job can continue to fail upwards, even when it has been revealed to the world that he doesn't know what the hell he's doing. If his current gig with the Bucks doesn't work out, which I know it won't, he should be elected to Congress. He'll fit right in knowing they don't do anything, and it'll spare basketball fans the annual misery of praying to God that their team doesn't hire him to run the franchise into the ground and burst into a ball of flames halfway through the first round of the playoffs. You might be listening to this and think, wow, he really hates Doc Rivers, and you know what? You're wrong! I look up to Doc Rivers. I revere Doc Rivers. I aspire to be Doc Rivers. While you kids were living in the fantasy of being like Mike, I was living the reality of becoming cock block Doc. Think about it. Only a small handful of people can be a generational talent at a given craft, and you're probably not one of them, my friend. So why not be the next best thing? The clown who masqueraded as a genius and gained status and wealth while bearing none of the cost associated with it. Why not just reap the benefits of being gifted without actually putting in any of the work? It worked for Doc Rivers, so why shouldn't it work for you and me?